Hi, Carrie McElroy here. Oops, I thought I lost connection. Fall River YMCA. I'm going to do a little rowing just to start. We get 5 minutes, okay? So if you're just joining me, and some people are logging on, people like to log in a little early. I like to get a little bit of some cardio done, right? I love this water rower. I'm in this back room, which actually is right now off limits, but a lot of the YMCAs in the South Coast have the water rowers on the floor. Let me turn this a little bit. Oops. There we go. They're such fun machines. It's been kind of a crazy couple of days since we've been teaching. So I just love the feel, the sound of the water. Feels really good. So if you have a water rower at the Y, hi Jess Miller, how are you? I'm on the water rower. Oh, that sounds just so great, doesn't it? You can hear the water, feel like you're on the water doing a kayak. I love it. And I'm also going to turn my hands under a little bit, engage the biceps. Just nice and slow, 5 minutes while I'm waiting for you to log on. If you're just coming on, we need some heavier weights. This is total body strength. I'll do a little bit of an arm concentration today. You can have some lighter weights. You need a mat. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up today, too. Who else is out there? A couple people logging on, watching. So I started school. It's been a little crazy. We'll get through it. It's fine. The kids are back. The kids are lovely, I must say. It's just a situation. Tammy Martins is out there. Thanks so much. I'll catch you on a replay. I love the water rower. Have a great workout. Oh my God, you're leaving me? Oh boy, that's it. You get a treadmill and that's it, Jess Miller. If you're just logging on, I'm Carrie McElroy. It's Total Body Strength. I'm just warming up on the water rower. It's actually in a room that's off limits here in Fall River, but probably some of you have the water rower on the floor in New Bedford, in Wareham, in Swansea, in Dartmouth. And I'm at a place that I don't think has a gym, but so it's perfect. I'm sweating already. That's awesome. I'm not doing this as a workout, so don't log out and leave me. I'm actually doing total body strength, so we get about 1 minute. So I'll stop. If you're just joining me, it's Total Body Strength. I'm Carrie McElroy. I just like to tease people. So hi, Frank. So you need some heavy weights because we're going to do some deadlifts and with some upright cleans. You need some medium weights because it's an arm concentration today. So we're going to do biceps and triceps. And we're going to end with a little bit of core as I always do, okay? So be ready, all right? Grab your towel, grab your water. We're going to start in about a minute. So I moved my camera back here. We're getting ready to start. Kind of a nice day out today. Got up this morning. It was nice and cool, right? Beautiful weather. So we're ready to go. And again, if you're doing arms, something light. And I'm going to go really heavy. You just heard me drop it. So really heavy for some deadlifts and some cleans, which we'll be doing too, okay? So jump on, and again, if you can't join me now, you can always join me later, okay? You know this gets shared and left on the site, so we'll have some fun. This is going to be a great workout today. So I'm starting off with some ski hops, but if you have some knee issues or feel uncomfortable doing ski hops, if you have a resistance ball at home, grab that resistance ball right now. I'm going to give you a nice option, okay? Time check out there. I don't know what time it is. Anybody want to tell me? I can look on the other room. The group fitness room here. We can't because the door is open. Guess what? It's just 5 o'clock. I feel like Mr. Rogers coming in the neighborhood. All right, it's 5 o'clock. So if you have... I'm going to start by warming you guys up as always. It's going to start with, let me adjust the camera, a little bit of a ski hop. So if you want to, you can step from side to side. If you can't step from, so you can make it a little bit tougher and go wider and actually do a hop. Okay, if that's not in your wheelhouse and you've got some lateral movement issues or some knee issues, grab a resistance ball and you're going to start with what I call V-ups. Okay, so you're going to trace the letter V, okay, with the ball. So we touch the ground, we reach up, we touch the ground, we reach up. Okay, and you've got to lock on with that ball so you're really feeling the abs and the shoulders engaged. But it's also a nice cardio warm-up as well. Okay, so who's out there? Say hi to me. I'll give it a couple minutes. People are kind of logging on. So lots of options. So for this first round, you don't need any weight. Okay, we're going to start off with ski hops and lunges. And if you don't want to do those, or those are not something that's doable for you, grab a nice resistance ball and do some V-ups. Okay, so that's your option. So here we go. Everybody ready? People join us in progress. It's a crazy week, right? Everybody either started school, the kids are starting school, the grandkids are starting school, they're taking care of people, the neighborhood kids started school and you're helping out. So I remember when I ran my own gym, it was always a crazy week and everyone connected to school somehow was busy this week. So we started a little late. Usually it's right after Labor Day, but of course most states held off for mid-September just to kind of ride that COVID wave. So here we are. All right, I've got my mask off. I'm feeling good because I've had a mask on for like days and I'm really kind of over at this point. So we start with our heels underneath hips and we go side to side. You can use your arms for a little bit of balance. Okay, we're going to count to 5. Here we go. I'm going to start now. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to bring my inside leg and give me 5 lunges. Okay, I'm getting closer to the camera here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carrie DeLemos, how are you? So now we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to end up on the other side now. So I've got my other leg in. That's why it's an odd number, right? It's tricky, I know. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did I tell you we have 4 blocks of work today, as always? And we're going to do rounds of 5 for 5. Okay? So here we go again. So now we're going to start here. We're just going to keep going. There's one round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on this side. I step back. I give 5 lunges. Look at where my hips are as I step right back. I don't want to be tightrope walking, just standing back. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're right over that front heel and the rear toe. Come on up. We're going the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm on the opposite side. My left leg comes down for my lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep going. We got 5 to go, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lunge. And we got 5, 4, 3. Who's counting with me? 2, 1. Here we go. I hope you're all doing this out there. This is the warm-up. If you didn't get on we're on the other side. If you didn't get on the water row with me earlier, here's your warm-up, okay? Left leg back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's 2 sets. Here we go. Because remember, we got to go each side, right? And here's 5 and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Other side. So it's an odd number, okay? So you end up on the opposite side, so you can step back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Each side counts as a half. So when we get together, we do 1. Here we go. We're on round 4, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're almost done with round 4. Just stepping side to side. Get that full foot down. And again, I'm just coming into the camera a little bit here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How are we doing? You guys feeling okay out there? Last set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back. 5, 4. Here we go, right? 3, 2, 1. And we're coming back the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last side. I'm going to get closer to the camera so you can see me. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! If your heart's not beating on that one, I don't know what you did, okay? So now, you know you had an option. You had the V-ups, so you should be just as warm just now. Probably 80 to 85% of heart rate max. Now, I'm going to grab my heavy dumbbells, 25s, because that's what was up here. I'd probably normally do 15 or 20s, but all there was 10s and 25s, so I'm gonna go heavy, okay? Hi, Tommy. I thought you were in Maine today. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab my 25s. We're gonna start with deadlifts, because we just got the front of the legs. Now we're gonna get the back of the legs. And then we're gonna come up for a pull, okay? Or what we call a clean. All right, just make sure you guys can see me. Can you hear me okay? All right, good, good. Because sometimes we're at the Y, especially in this back room, we lose the connectivity a little bit. All right, so let's grab those heavy weights. And here we go. So I've done deadlifts a million times. There's no one on this call who hasn't done deadlifts with me. So we start with our feet load to explode. That means if you were gonna jump, that's where your feet would be. So you get the highest jump right now. So that's where we're gonna go maybe slightly wider. Shoulders up, back and down. We tip past the knees. We come on up and we're gonna drive up onto the toes. Okay, so we're tipping. This is a body pump move, actually. Drive up onto the toes. So we're gonna drive the elbows and come on up onto the toes. So here we go, we get 5 of them. Push, these 25s are heavy. And up, I want you to see the side of me. I might do a couple more than 5, okay? So we tip, we feel the hamstrings and the glutes. We come on up, we drive up. Let me do one last one so you can see me. Coming on down, drive up through the elbows and the toes, okay? All right, put them down for just a second. Guess what? We're gonna do that. We're gonna actually, let's go down a little bit. Instead of doing 5 with that, the ski hops, let's do 3, okay? And then we'll do 2, okay? So here we go. Let's go back to our ski hops. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're coming down for our lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Little cardio today, right? So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. On the other side, I've got my right foot down. And 5. Here we go. So there's 1. We've got 2 more rounds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And down. 5, 4. A lot of counting today, huh? Woo! Okay, here we go. Last set. No, it isn't last set. We got 1 more of this. It's just the halfway point. And back over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, last round. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And over. This is where I started, so I got to end over here. Woo! I'm feeling this, right? And last set. We got 7 people on now. I'm glad. And back over. And down, and we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go up on the deadlifts. Let's do 10 instead, okay? So, and then we've got 2, so we're gonna go up and down the ladder. Isn't that fun? I'm going back. If you're just joining me, we've got deadlifts, deadlifts to cleans with something fairly heavy. So we're here, load to explode with the feet. Roll the shoulders up, back and down. Tip for the deadlift. And drive up through the heels and then up onto the toes with the elbows. Okay? So there it is. Let me go back just a little bit. So drive up. We're coming down. Drive up through the heels, up onto the toes and the elbows. That's not easy, right? Your target area is right underneath the chest. So this is, if you've got a heavy weight like I do, it's more cardio. We're down for the hamstring. Okay, nice flat back. We work the hamstrings and the glutes. We come on up to the heel. We come on up to the toes. I'm doing this in slow motion. Drive up with the elbows and the toes. Again, here we go. Up. Not easy. Come on. Remember, I told you it was an arm concentration. So we've got to get some shoulders going here. Last one. Woo! All right. Awesome. Not a lot of folks today, so those of you out there, thanks so much for joining me. I know it's always a busy week. We've got 2 rounds of your ski hops to lunges, okay? You got this. So we're gonna start here, ski hopping 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We come on down with the left foot in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back across, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I've got my right leg back in 5, 4. Make sure you're 90-degree angle with both legs. Beautiful. 1 more round. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. We're coming. So you're gonna feel this, here's the side view. You're gonna feel this in the hamstrings, the glutes, the quads, coming on down. Push up through that front heel and rear toe. Okay, I think we're gonna go one more round, right? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming on down. Actually, I'm on the back side, wrong leg. I moved when I faced sideways to the camera. 3, 2, 1, beautiful. Grab those heavy weights. We're almost done with this warm up, and then we've got our 3 rounds of arms to go and some core, okay? Are you good for it? I know you can do it. I have to tell you, the one thing that's been difficult, I was just telling Steph, is teaching to kids on the computer remotely with a mask, as well as kids that are in front of you. I feel like I lose something, you know, but we'll be all right. There are worse things, right? So load to explode, shoulders up, back and down, tip, and drive up. Come on, tip, hi Nicole, whew, and drive up. So tip, we're gonna try to get 10 this time, and drive up. So we're down, tipping, coming up through the heels, drive up through the elbows. We're looking for, in the toes, we're looking for placement of the weights right underneath the chest. I think I got one more. Nice flat back, looking up at me, squeeze the shoulder blades on the way down. You guys all know how to do deadlifts at this point, right? All right, so dry off, grab some water. We are going to shoulders, sides and front raises. So dramatically download here. I'm going to 8s here because front raises are tough. You don't have to low back, okay? So something really light. I just had 25s. Now I'm going to 8s, okay? All right, here we go. Thank you so much for joining me on this very busy week. I get it. So we're gonna start with shoulders, then we're gonna do some biceps and triceps. Again, I promise you an arm concentration for those of you that either watching it live with me now at 5 o'clock on Tuesday, 9:15, or watching it later after the fact. That's perfectly fine. Thank you so much for following me. I appreciate it. So we're gonna start here again. Load to explode with the feet. That's going to protect the low back. Why? Because we're lifting something heavy out in front of us. Okay, so it's going to be very, very difficult. Okay, so who's watching me? Pat Shea. Okay, hello Pat. Coming up, side raises, and then front raises. So they should never be, the weight should never be higher than your shoulder. They probably should be a little lower than shoulders. So side raises, front raises. We got 10. Okay. Side raises, front raises, okay? Side raises, I want you to see where the weights are. The tendency is to do this all the time. I see people. You get a little piece of bone that goes right over, it's called the acromion process. It goes right over the top of the shoulders, right here, and you can easily pinch that by going too high. I know why the tendency is, because we're trying to use momentum, but that's no good, okay? So keep yourself loaded right here, low. If you want to bring a foot back, that's fine too, or just get low. Keep your feet nice and close. So it's front raise, side raise, front raise, side raise. Now, what happens, some people ask me all the time, should I bend my elbow or should I make it nice and straight? Either way, what happens when you bend your elbow, you shorten the lever with the weight, right? Okay, hello Susan. So when you shorten the lever, it gets a little easier. Lengthen the lever, whoa, all of a sudden the traps really start to fire, right? So either way, there's nothing wrong with that. You're still firing the traps, okay? All right, here we go, second round. So we've got, again, just making sure, okay. Oh, and rear delts, I'm sorry, we're gonna do rear delts. So that's the second round. So this time we're gonna do the back of the shoulders, okay? The teres major and teres minor. If you're an old bodybuilder like me, and I do mean old, the emphasis is more on old than bodybuilder, then you're trying to get that roundness when you flex, right? So you want to build that a little bit. And it's also great for posture. You don't have to be a bodybuilder to want to make sure that your teres minor and majors are really flaring and feeling good, okay? So we're going to start here, load to explode again with the feet nice and close, shoulders up, back and down, just tip at the waist, let the dumbbells hang, and elbows angled out. So it's a nice little fly, okay? So you don't want to be sitting up too much. You really want to be bent forward with a nice flat back. Elbows, fly out, okay? So we want to feel the mid-back and kind of the outside the underarms, okay? So looking straight ahead, I'm just looking at you, making sure you can see me on the camera, but you should be looking straight ahead. Look at my neck, just nice in line with my spine, so we call that neutral neck. All right, roll the shoulders up, back and down. We're getting ready for the second round. We've got front raises, side raises. I promised you a half an hour to 40 minutes. I promise that's what it'll be. I promise. I know people like to make sure they have their supper. Where's my friend Bernie today? Thanks so much for joining me. If you're out there, I see 5 or 6 of you. It's a quiet night tonight. I know everybody's back to school. So we're front raising, okay? The dumbbell should never be higher than shoulders in the front raise or the side raise position, okay? There's 10. Relax. We're gonna keep them in our hands. Bend down to our rear delts again. So roll the shoulders up, back and down. Let me give you the side view. Just tip at the waist. Feet can be rather close. Elbows out. Bringing them together. So our palms are facing each other. Lead with the elbows. And the tendency here is to do this. Don't, okay? Don't lean with the neck. Don't lead with the neck. Watch me. It's just a nice movement. Watch my neck. It's not this, okay? You don't need to get higher. You need to get stronger, okay? Stronger is when you hold the weights only to the range of motion that's safe, okay? So it's here. Just feel the range of motion of the shoulders. Once you start lifting so high that you have to flex the neck, you're gonna hurt the neck, okay? So a couple more. Bending down. And come on up. Beautiful. One last set. Woo, it's warm in here. Not a lot of air conditioning. This used to be the old spin room. Actually, that's wondering why I'm in this big black room up here. That's what it was. It was the spin room. So, whoo, we've got one more set of front and side raises. So, load to explode, front to the side. And again, your choice of the lever, right? You can go nice and long. Let me just come here. Nice and long with the hands on the side raise, or you can bend them a little bit, right? And really feel the traps engage either way. One's harder than the other, okay? You bend a little bit, you don't get as much weight if maybe the weights are getting heavy. That's fine, bend at the elbow. So you shorten your lever being your arm. Come on. Almost done. This is not easy. Again, resist the urge to go higher than the shoulder base, okay? I'm just gonna dry it off quick. And last set of rear delts, okay? So resist the urge to flex that neck. We don't want that. So shoulders up, back and down, load to explode. We drop, we come on up, elbows, lead with the elbows. Look at my neck, nice and relaxed. The lean forward is what creates the resistance in those rear shoulders, okay? I will admit, rear delts is something difficult to do at home. I like to do them on the cable machine. So I'll take cables, hook them up, and I'll pull across my body and try to keep my hips nice and straight. So that's how I'll get my rear delts. And I'm a little bit more upright. The tendency to flex the neck is much less. This is a much tougher move, but most people have dumbbells at home. So, you know, I see a lot of people, as a trainer, I see a lot of people who are inwardly rotated. See what I just did? So we want to outwardly rotate you, pick up, give yourself a little bit better posture. You need those rear delts to help you do that, okay? Awesome job, the 5 or 6 of you that are out there. Are you ready for biceps and triceps? Okay, so we're halfway through, okay? You've got 2 more rounds here. Biceps, triceps, and some planks and twists, okay? So get yourself a mat if you want to and stay with your light dumbbells, or maybe meet me in the middle. I think I'm gonna go to 12s right now for this, okay, for your biceps. This one's gonna be a different one. We're gonna lift in front, turn open, and stay loaded for biceps. So don't go too heavy, okay? I'm gonna grab some water. All right, how are we doing out there? So maybe, I wish I had 10s here, I don't. I only have 12s. Maybe I will stay with the 8s on this. Normally for biceps, I do 20s, but I'm never gonna do that for this. So I'm gonna start with 12s and see if that works, but it might be a little bit heavy for the move I'm gonna do. So you're gonna start with, it's a hammer curl, okay? People ask me all the time. I had actually, one of my clients asked me, hello Sharon, how are you? So if you come up as a hammer curl, see what I'm doing? That's what we call a hammer curl, because on the way down, it would be like you were hammering something, right? So it's actually a reverse hammer curl, okay? What's the difference between a hammer curl and an open palm curl? Look at the way my palms are open, okay? It's just the engagement of the bicep, okay? The word bicep means there are two muscle heads, okay? So you got two muscle heads. So there's a muscle head here and a muscle head here, and they both insert up underneath the shoulder head here and down below the elbow right here, and there's two muscle heads. So boom, just like that. So if you give me a hammer curl, you're not lifting, you're not picking up the bicep or engaging as many portions of the bicep muscle as you would when you open palm. So try it. Open palm and now bicep curl. You're gonna feel a little bit more of an engagement all the way up to the top insertion of the bicep, okay? So if you can feel that, that's great. So if you're looking for a little bit, bigger pump, Heather, how are you? Oh, that's okay. You can watch it later. No worries. It gets saved. So good to see you online live, though. So if you want to, use your bicep open palm, we're going to do both here, okay? So with that said, grab something kind of light, okay? I'm going to start with 12s, but actually I'm going to start with 8s. I think that's going to be too much. So we're going to start with load to explode feet, shoulders up, back, and down. You're going to get a little low. You're going to come out, okay, for the hammer curl right here. So hammer curl it up. Then you're going to bring them down right in front of you. Here it is, okay? You're going to open up the palms. And now notice my elbows are not up against me. They're off me because I don't want to cheat. So now I'm almost in I'm in a bicep, a half position here, okay? So a half curl. And you're going to come on up and down. Come on up and down. So we're going to give it 5 here, okay? So we're staying resisted the entire time, and we're open palmed, okay? A couple more. Now try to really lock onto the tummy so you don't hurt that low back. And you don't want to use the elbows up against the body. Get them off the body. Work the biceps. You don't want to use your body as a preacher curl, okay? All right, now turn them in, bring them out, curl them up, and we'll bring them down. Shake out. We've got a couple more rounds. So again, we come on up. We hammer curl up, okay? We come on out in front of us, we turn the palms up, and we bicep curl, okay? So you're really feeling that. Now I could keep going with the hammer curl. I'm just gonna keep us loaded for a set of 5. We're counting to 10, right? So that means 5 on each side. So look at, right? What do we got here? You're staying loaded the whole time. That's the key. So try to make sure that the dumbbells stay right in line with your kind of under chest a little bit. For the ladies, it's bra line, right? Okay, so we come back down, we turn them in, we let them go. Wow! Shake them out. Oh, hello, Mary Beth, how are you? Opening up, shake out. Seeing lots of folks I've never met before out there. Thank you so much for watching me today. So okay, last set. I'm Kerry McElroy. This is Total Body Strength with an arm concentration tonight. Isn't that cool? All right, so we're going to come on up. Again, we've got our hammer curl, okay? You're going to bring them back down to halfway, turn open, and then count to 10. Wow. We're going to keep going. Whew. So again, nice and strong, okay? Make sure that you're keeping the biceps loaded the whole time. Try to keep the dumbbells right underneath the chest line, the bra line. And we're just counting to 10. Curl up. Look at my palms facing the ceiling. I've got my whole pinky wrapped right around that dumbbell so you can really feel the whole bicep engage, okay? All right, awesome. Now we're going to triceps, okay? Well, we're almost there. So we've got one last thing to do before we jump into our last set of core. Just a quick workout tonight. I promised you something quick. Most people are tired. It's been a crazy week with kids and getting them back to school. And if you're a teacher like me, it's been a little bit of a week, but we'll be okay. So let's keep that same set of dumbbells. We've got 8. I'm using 8s again. I'm just going to grab a swig of water, and we're going to do some kickbacks and overheads. Because remember, I promised you shoulders, kickbacks, and overheads. Okay, so it's a compound move. Grab some water, I'll be right back. So I've decided I'm going to start every class with meditation. Not this class, but my class in school. Hello, Corin, how are you? I'm thinking that might be good for the kids. I do a lot of meditation and yoga myself. So next week I'll check in with me and see how it worked, okay? We're going to try it next week. We'll see. I think, it's so funny. The kids asked me to do it last year, and I was going to do it toward the end of the year, and of course we never had the end of the year. So let's see. Let's start off right out of the gate and do some meditation. Okay, so we're starting here. We're going to grab both of our light dumbbells. Again, load to explode with the feet, so that means close feet, okay? When I say load to explode, you new folks out there, I mean that you're going to put your feet and your heels right where you'd be if I asked you to jump. Where would you place your feet to get the highest jump you could, okay? Loading to explode. I'm not going to ask you to jump, but that's where I want your feet, and I do everything from load to explode position. I go heel toe wider or heel toe wider. Okay, but we're going to stay right in the load to explode position so we can bend forward and get our triceps back of our arms, okay? So we start here. Here it is, load to explode, roll the shoulders up, back and down, open rotate. We don't want to inwardly rotate, we want to outwardly rotate. So we outwardly rotate, okay, here we are. Lift the chest a little bit, tip, 90-degree angle, and give me a kickback, okay? So then you're going to come on up, lifting, and go up overhead. So we're back down, we tip, but again, try to stay outwardly rotated. We kick back, we come on up, we reach overhead. We bend forward. So keep that, the abs locked on, that's the key. So we're reaching back, we come on up, we reach up overhead, okay? Back down, we get the triceps in, we reach up at the same time. Look at how I turned, drop them, and back down. So we're getting kind of a nice little rest in between each one, right? Let's see if we can get 10 on each side. So this is just a nice little hello, right? A nice little hello for the triceps and the biceps and a little bit of shoulders today. Nothing crazy. I've probably done a little bit more challenging workouts for you guys today. Today is definitely an all levels weight training workout, but it's a day when we feel like we just need to get just a little something done. All right, let's put them down and shake out for just a minute. Now, when I used to train my track athletes, we used to train with a 3-2-1 system. And that meant if they said, Coach, what are we doing today? Oh, it's a 3. Okay, it's tough. If it's a 2, that means, okay, we might do some work. A 3 would be ladder work for the runners, some lifting and running for the throwers, some overhead ball work for the throwers, working on core. The sprinters would be doing block work and jumps for speed. A 2 workout would be, you're just getting a little bit of cardio that day and probably running through the motions of what it is that you do, your repetitions, your jumps, your triple jumps, your long jumps, your high jumps. And a 1 workout meant that it was really almost a rest day, but we weren't resting. We were just kind of going out, doing a light run, maybe just some, some throws with the rubber javelins as opposed to our regular javelins, just making the motions for the discus, that type of thing. So that's what today is. Today is probably a 1 or a 2, depending on what types of weight you did, okay? Last week was definitely a 3, I felt that. But we're back to a 2 or a 1 today. Let's grab those weights, we gotta finish up with triceps. So with that said, why did I tell you that story, right? Because when you're training for yourself, whether you're training for an event or you're just simply lifting with me, that's perfectly fine. You need to make sure if you're lifting, 3, 4, 5 days a week, or doing something 3, 4, 5 days a week, I shouldn't say lifting, you've got to space that out. Every day cannot be a 3. You would not run a marathon every day of the week. So you've got to make sure that some days are a high intensity day, some days are a lower intensity day. If you don't do that, you will burn out, okay? So 22-year trainer, okay? Honestly, definitely take heart to that, okay? All right, roll shoulders up, back and down, load to explode. Here we go. Tricep extensions, coming on up, reach up. Back down, tricep extensions, coming on up. We got 10, so 8 to go, come on. Ooh, what do you think, Corinne, huh? You gonna be doing this Friday? Is that what you're doing? Okay, that's all right, Saturday. Okay. How are you doing? I had to have Dental implant surgery. Oh, okay, all right. I hope you're okay, my friend. Blind is a bad. I'm just seeing half of that. I'll read it when I finish. I really am blind, even with my glasses on. Boom. Okay, a couple more. So we're getting triceps, back of the arm, and shoulders, front of the shoulders. One more set. Okay, here we go. Triceps. Come on up. And all the way up. Beautiful. All right, take a quick breather. So again, we're working the back of the triceps. Okay, stretch out a little bit. Whew, sweating. Shoulders, front of the shoulders, so we get a lot of shoulders today. Last set, okay? Last set. If you're just joining me, I'm Kerry McElroy, Total Body Strength, all levels, welcome, always. So we're coming here, outwardly rotate, tip, come on up, triceps, back up, reach. Look how close I'm keeping my elbows, even as I lift from my overhead, so I'm really getting my anterior delts in, okay? Really important here. What happens if I open up my elbows and go high? There's nothing wrong with that. You get a little bit more chest engaged. I'm just trying to really concentrate on the front of my shoulders. Although my front shoulder heads are pretty big, I'm not worried about that. It's my rear shoulders that I need to get a little bit bigger. And my calves. I have such tiny calves. For the quads that I have, God did not endow me with big calves to go with the quadzillas that I have. And come on, open. One more. Ooh. Boom. Last one. Ugh. Okay, awesome. That's 3 sets. All right, last thing we're going to do. I'm going to dry off, grab some water, grab a mat. We've got crunches and some plank moves, okay, which you can do on the ground or a chair or up against the ledge. So just grab a mat. I'll be right back. All right, even though it's a 2, I'm still sweating. Now, if you have a ball at home, and some of you did at the beginning of the workout, you can do crunches on the ball. I'm going to do them on the ground. If you want to do crunches on the ball, go right ahead. I'm going to turn this down so you can see me. Okay, I've got like 4,700 dumbbells here. Here we go. Okay. Ooh. If you notice, I'm not in the wellness center today. I was feeling like I was getting in people's way down there, so I wanted to make sure that I'm not in anyone's way. So, you know, we have groups trying to work out. So, all right, so we're going to start with, I'm going to lay back, and I'm going to, we've done this one before, okay? So feet up in a 90-degree angle, hands behind your head, okay? We call these shootouts, okay? So we come on in, and we shoot out. We come on in, elbows to quads if you can, and bring your feet out as far as you feel you're not hurting your low back, okay? So shoot in, we're gonna do 10, okay? Boom. Now if you wanna really make it tougher, put your big toes together, okay? That's gonna make your legs even heavier. If you don't wanna do that, whoops, then open the legs, okay? It might be easier to keep the big toes together and keeping your legs moving at the same, you can bring the hands together too. Woo, that's tough, okay? And just makes you that much more single chain, closed chain, and makes the legs a little bit stronger, okay? All right, now, we're gonna come up. I've done this one before, so this is nothing new, just adding it in. We're gonna start with a plank, and we're gonna make sure that our palms are underneath our shoulders. So we start with the plank, okay? Make sure that your hips at least start in line with your shoulders, but you can drop them a little bit. You know, I'm not a big fan of dropping the hips in the plank, but in this move you can, just a little bit, okay? So it's not a mountain climber, but if that's what you want to do, you can mountain climb, okay? Or if you can take a little tougher, go around to the side, elbow to knee, elbow to knee. So what's happening here is as you flex that foot, you're not only holding yourself up through the abdominis rectus and you're flexing the foot, getting the obliques in. You're also getting a little shoulder too, okay? So remember, I promised you arm concentration. So here we go. Again, we've got around, flex that foot, flex it. Don't just let it dangle, flex it. Push the floor away, nice and strong through the upper body. One more. Beautiful, we're coming back around. Kick outs, okay? Here we go. So we start here. We start with our hands behind us and out. We bring everybody in. Kick outs. You can get 10. Take it nice and slow. I see people doing abs so fast all the time. Not good. You don't need to be doing these fast. Slow, slow, slow shows me you're really, really strong, okay? Push. Big deep breath in. Let it go. Last one. And out. All right, here we go. Again, we want to make sure, should I show you the side view here? Am I got enough room here? Yeah. So we're in a plank position. You know I'm not a big fan of dropping the hips, but in this scenario, you're going to want to. So we drop the hips just a little bit, nice and strong through the hands. Bring the elbow to the knee, flex the foot, flex, flex, okay? This is not easy. Keep going. So there's the side, here's the front view again. Flex, or just come in, okay? If you want to, just drive in for a mountain climber. Last set. Who's still out there? Thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's been a tough day. It's probably beautiful out there. People are doing their walks. I hope if you watch this later, you know I missed you, okay? And those of you out there, thank you so much. So here, kickouts. Let's make it good, right to the edge. Nice and slow, nice and slow. Touch and out. We worked on crow pose last night at yoga. Thank you, Danielle Voigt. Woo, that was a tough one. I'll give her a little shout out. I'm still hurting. Beautiful. Last set of planks, knee to elbow. Here we go, plank, palms under shoulders. You don't want to be way out here. Palms under shoulders. Drop, make sure you're nice and strong, then drop the hips just a little, flex the foot, flex the foot. Woo, not easy. And again, you can do mountain climbers if that's easier. Here's the side view. You guys can see. Push, flex, flex, flex. Listen, thanks so much. I see 6 of you out there. I had a great time today. It really kind of got me out of myself. It was a little bit crazy week and it's only Tuesday. All right, listen, have a great week, okay? If you have any questions, I'm the training coordinator at Fall River YMCA at South Coast, as you know. If you're watching this after the fact, thanks so much for watching at any time. Take a look at all the instructors. There's so many. There's a beautiful virtual schedule that's not going anywhere. People are loving it. So, yes, thank you. Thank you, Nicole. Take care of yourselves, okay? Remember to always stay 3, 2, or 1. Don't try to do heavy, heavy workouts. Thank you so much, Tammy, for being here. You're always just such a diehard, always here with me. So make sure that you space out your workouts and periodize, okay? I work out 7 days a week, but I don't do the same thing all the time. Some days I do flex, yoga. Some days I do cardio. Some days I do strength and resistance. Some days I do a mix of all of them. That's a 3-day, okay? So again, make sure you're mixing it up. Keep yourself strong. Keep your muscles supple, stretching. Drink plenty of water. Take care, everyone. I love you all. Thanks so, so much. Stay fit, stay well. Be your best, okay? All right, take care. See you next week.